And welcome back to Bay Sunday, everybody. Our next guests are the backbone for a nonprofit organization called San Francisco The Arc. It's been around for decades and helps provide support and services to adults with developmental disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, and cerebral palsy. Currently, they're helping over 500 clients and making a big difference in San Francisco and San Mateo counties. Please welcome Alan Fox. He's the COO, and Ellen Hanscom, who is a member of their board of directors. Trustee, I guess we could say, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the ARC. Started in 1951. It's been around for years. How did it get started and why?
Well, it was started in 1951 by parents of children with developmental disabilities who were concerned about what their children weren't getting from the school system. And they basically formed together to create their own school. And as those children got older, they began to develop services that people with disabilities need as they age and become adults.
So it originally, was it for kids that had disabilities from day one?
It was for children, yes. The ARC comes from Association for Retarded Children, which obviously we don't use those words anymore. Also, we don't serve children. We serve the broad range of people with developmental disabilities. So
you guys are really teaching skills to not only kids, but to young adults, to older adults as well, to mainstream them, to get them on a good foot, hopefully living a long and prosperous life.
Absolutely, and helping them find jobs and become productive members of our community is something that we're very focused on. It's something that we think is important for people with disabilities to be able to do, to work, to live, to play in the community instead of being isolated in institutions.
Okay, and Ellen, where do you come in on all this? You're on the board of trustees. How does that all work?
I am. I've been on the board since 2004, and I also chair their Business Advisory Council and have for that entire time. And that's made up of 12 business representatives, representatives from the business community. And we meet and explore and network with companies to help identify and create employment opportunities for our clients.
So you network to help the foundation and hopefully get some money from some of these corporations to take care of these kids and adults as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. As well, our primary focus is on employment. And so, I work at Deloitte. I'm an area operations manager for Deloitte, and we employ ARC clients at Deloitte. We're really happy to be one of 80 companies in the San Francisco and San Mateo counties that employ over 200 ARC clients in total.
Well, there's 500 clients, and we're seeing some of your clients right here, some of your kids and adults alike. And there's a number of success stories. If you go onto your website, there's one woman that I guess started a knitting company, another that's working for a PR company. Talk about some of the stories and how it must warm your heart to see these people succeed.
Well, the sad fact is that people with developmental disabilities have about an 80% unemployment rate, and those that do work tend to have fewer hours and get paid less than people without disabilities, even though they might be as productive. Jean is a good example of somebody who, on her own, trying to become economically self-sufficient, began to knit and sell, with our support, fine handmade knits, and she's made quite a bit of money at it. But people with disabilities struggle to be employees, 40-hour employees with benefits. The research shows that they make great employees. They're productive, valuable, they produce a return, and they have a very good impact on the workplace overall.
How much volunteers? I imagine you have a ton of people that are helping out. And I bet it's a two-way street for a volunteer is getting so much out of seeing Jean, for instance, do well. And I imagine you folks do as well, right?
Absolutely. And the impact that we see in the work environment for our employees, I've seen it at Deloitte, I've seen it and talked to other companies, and the impact that is made in the lives of these employees, especially those that have full-time employment, it really raises them out of the poverty level and makes a huge impact in their lives. We've seen letters from family, to the
just
employers,
self-esteem,
letting them know. Yes, absolutely.
Productive.
Absolutely.
Well, before we say goodbye, I know you've got a big recycling program, and it's a big part, a big fundraiser for you folks. Talk about that as well.
Well, we operate an operation that picks up household goods, salvageable household goods, furniture, clothes, and et cetera. And we have a relationship with Thrift Town retail store in the Mission on 17th in Valencia that sells those goods and provides us about $75,000 in support a year.
Very good. Okay. Alan, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good Sunday. And if you'd like to know more about the San Francisco The Arc organization, log on to thearc, that's ARCSF.org. In a moment, we're going to be stepping out with the Sisters Steppin' March. All yours right here on Bay Sunday. We'll be right back. Stay there.